12 foods that are excellent for diabetics. In this video, I'll tell you about foods that won't spike your blood sugar or significantly impact your diabetes. They're good and should be part of your diet. If you're diabetic and watching your blood sugar, these foods are great choices. You often ask about this, so I've prepared a list of 12. Actually, it's 12 types or categories to keep the video from being too limiting. This way, you can choose what's available or what you prefer. So what are these 12 foods? Let's start with our list. Number 1 is vegetables. I'll mention 3 here: okra, eggplant, and zucchini. I really like eggplant. When I talk about these foods, I mean eating them whole, not eggplant powder or broth. Forget all that, okay? Always opt for eating the whole food, preferably in its natural form. Eggplant's versatile. Roast it, use it in recipes, or bake it. I love eggplant. It's fiber-rich with soluble fiber that can improve cholesterol. Diabetics should also pay attention to cholesterol levels. We know high cholesterol increases the risk of heart disease, such as stroke, a cerebrovascular accident, and heart attacks or myocardial infarctions. Diabetics need extra care, as high blood sugar also harms the heart, increasing risk. So eggplant would be an excellent choice. Eggplant is low in calories and carbs, so it won't raise blood sugar. It also won't provide excess calories. You can eat eggplant freely. I really like it. It's delicious. Of these 3 I mentioned, which do you prefer? Number 2 is fruits. I want to highlight some fruits that are great for diabetics. Why? They provide vitamins, minerals, fiber, and keep you full. It's very beneficial to eat fruits, especially berries like strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. Berries have been studied for a compound called anthocyanin. Anthocyanin can help with various bodily functions. Studies show red fruits have benefits for high blood pressure. See what I mean? 2 foods that don't impact blood sugar. First helps cholesterol, second helps blood pressure. So they're excellent. But other fruits are also good for diabetics, like oranges and guavas. Remember what I said, eat the whole fruit. This applies to oranges too, because oranges have pulp, okay? It's not about orange juice or grape juice. Juices have more sugar and lack fiber, so they'll impact your blood sugar more. But let's continue with fruits. Avocado, for instance. Avocado is great with healthy fats. I'll add a note here. If watching calories, avocados have more than other fruits I mentioned, so eat in moderation. But for thin diabetics, avocado is an excellent fruit choice. Lemon, pear, and apple also help control blood sugar. Apples have fiber, aiding cholesterol and gut health. Other good options are cherries and tangerines. Bergamot is also called tangerine, depending on where you're watching this video. Nectarines are also very good. Like avocados, coconuts need caution if you're diabetic or watching your weight. Coconuts are high in calories due to fats, different from avocado fats. Coconuts have saturated fats, so they're not ideal for diabetics or Weight Watchers. They're high in calories and saturated fats, unlike the other fruits I mentioned. Number 3 is green leafy vegetables like lettuce, arugula, and kale. I love lettuce and eat it every day without fail. Many videos claim green leaves don't help control diabetes, which is completely false. Of course, just eating lettuce won't control diabetes on its own, but adding these foods to your diet will greatly improve your chances of maintaining better blood sugar levels. Lettuce contains magnesium and copper, which may improve insulin production, so you get the benefits of feeling full and metabolic improvements. There's a big difference in how much you eat later if you have a salad first. Eating vegetables and dark leafy greens helps you control your portion sizes for the rest of your meal much more effectively. These foods, like arugula and lettuce, are low in calories, which is great for diabetics. They provide satiety, fiber, and help in overall health. It's crucial that you understand this. Number 4, also excellent for diabetics, is fiber in seed form. Here's a key strategy for diabetics. Pay close attention, as it's one of this video's most important points. For diabetics, adding chia and flaxseed improves metabolism, digestion, and lowers food's glycemic index. So, what is the glycemic index? It's how much a food impacts your blood sugar levels. If you take a fruit I mentioned and add some chia or flaxseed, you'll get even better absorption and digestion. Plus, these fibers contain healthy fats too. I know you'll ask about oatmeal. Is oatmeal good or bad for diabetics? Oatmeal isn't recommended if you have diabetes. Let me explain why. Over half of oats, about 60%, is carbohydrate. These carbs, when digested, will raise blood sugar levels. I'll use chia as an example to help you understand. Chia has 42 grams of carbs per 100 grams, but 34 grams of that is fiber. So 34 of 42 grams won't affect blood sugar levels. Fiber is a carb, but the body can't digest it. Does that make sense? Did you know that? If not, your like was worth it. Most patients don't know fiber is a carb we can't absorb. So on the nutrition label, they're listed there too. Don't just look at carbs, check fiber content and compare. It's 42 grams of carbs per 100 grams with 34 grams of fiber. Oats, on the other hand, have about 65 grams of carbs per 100 grams. See? Much higher than chia. And of those 100 grams, only 9 are fiber. Even comparing carbs and fiber, over 50% is still sugar. So it's better to choose chia. There's another reason too. You can eat less of it. Add 5 grams of chia to yogurt and you're already full. For me, that's great. If you really like it, 10 grams will definitely satisfy you. But you'd hardly put 100 grams of chia in yogurt, as it'd be impossible to eat. It'd be more chia than food itself. It's just not practical. Oatmeal's different though. You can easily add 100 grams of oats to a cup of yogurt. So you eat more, a larger amount, with an even worse ratio. Get it? Is that clear? If you like this, subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of new posts. Let's continue with our list. Number 5 is eggs. Eggs are great for diabetics as they're a protein source. And don't forget the yolk. You don't need to skip the yolk, okay? Eat the whole egg, as yolks have B vitamins and other nutrients. We have choline that can help with memory. We have vitamins for eye health. So eggs are excellent allies if you have diabetes. Diabetics need to watch their protein intake too. If diabetic muscle mass helps manage blood sugar levels, protein's important long-term, not just for immediate effects, and eggs can help with that, okay? Each egg has about 6 grams of protein. It's an excellent food for diabetics. But what about eggs? Don't they raise cholesterol? The answer is no. Eating one. 2 eggs daily won't raise your cholesterol, but 10, 15 eggs with yolks daily will have a bigger impact. Many gym goers eat lots of eggs to meet protein needs. For them, removing most yolks is common. But 2 eggs daily, yolks included, is fine. I eat 2, so don't fear, it won't overload you with fats. Number 6 is nuts. This includes peanuts, cashews, Brazil nuts, and macadamias. I won't restrict any as availability varies by region. I tell people worldwide that some nuts are more abundant, cheaper, and can be a good strategy. Others are quite expensive. Walnuts, if available, are also excellent. Now, what about peanuts, for example? What's the big deal with nuts? Why? If watching your weight, like with avocados' moderate intake, thin diabetics without weight issues have more freedom here. But be careful, as they're healthy with good fats, but caloric, they won't raise blood sugar quickly. If you check, eat some peanuts, then check again. An hour later, you'll see no big impact on blood sugar or glucose levels. But long-term excess calories can worsen insulin resistance by increasing fat tissue. So be careful with quantity, as it may worsen blood sugar levels over time. Don't just eat peanuts freely, as it won't raise blood sugar immediately. This needs to be individualized. Agreed? I really enjoy eating nuts, especially walnuts. How about you? Tell me which part of the world you're from. It's something I always like to know. At the end, I'll give a shout out to your city. Number 7 is seafood. I'll include fish in this category too. Seafood is rich in protein and vitamins that can help control blood sugar. I won't limit it to fatty fish like tuna and sardines that everyone mentions. Why? Since fish are great and won't spike your blood sugar, eat what's available to you. Don't restrict yourself too much or you'll end up eating nothing. You'll find it hard to eat and might return to foods that made you diabetic. Those are the foods that raise blood sugar levels the most. Seafood like lobster, shrimp, and oysters are also good options. Personally, I'm not a big fan of those. I prefer just fish from the sea. I don't eat a wide variety myself, but fish, definitely. Cod is also really good. What fish can you get in your area? Let me know and I'll tell you if it's a good choice. Number 8, and this will surprise you. Milk and dairy products. Milk can be a great ally in controlling blood sugar levels. Opt for skim milk and dairy. You'll avoid fats, especially saturated ones, getting better nutrition with fewer calories. Sound good? But if you're lactose intolerant or sensitive with severe gut symptoms, some folks drink milk and rush to the bathroom with diarrhea. then it's best to avoid it. Most people, though, have no issues with milk. In that case, feel free to enjoy these foods. I love milk and yogurt. They're healthy, not just for calcium, but also for metabolism-boosting proteins. Now, you might be thinking, I heard milk is inflammatory. That's a big myth, okay? Studies actually suggest milk is anti-inflammatory and can even boost your metabolism. Milk can be inflammatory, causing issues for those with lactose intolerance. That's when you'll have a problem with milk. For most people, though, it's fine. I actually like it a lot. Think about it. Would I drink milk if it was bad for you? Of course not. I wouldn't touch it. So if I'm saying I drink it, it's because milk can be very good for your health. Number 9, which I'm sure you'll like, is cocoa. Cocoa has antioxidants and substances that can help lower blood pressure and relax blood vessels, so it's beneficial for diabetics to consume. But how should you consume cocoa? As 70% or 80% dark chocolate. And what's the right dose of cocoa? It should be small, as it's calorie dense. Beyond 30 grams, you won't get more blood pressure benefits, okay? Studies show that for cardiovascular protection and cholesterol improvement, up to 30 grams won't raise blood sugar levels. That's about a small chocolate bar or candy. The higher the cocoa percentage, the better, but 60% or more is good. In some places, dark chocolate is considered 70% or higher, but I won't get into that in this video. If you enjoy it, it's definitely worth trying. I love cocoa too, and eat it daily. Number 10. Chicken meat, and here without the skin. Yes, remove the skin even if it's tasty when grilled. That skin contains a lot of saturated fats. Many people don't realize this and eat lots of chicken with skin, thinking it's healthier than red meat, but they end up consuming more saturated fats. It's interesting if you're diabetic and taking care of your heart, for example, your cholesterol levels. Chicken meat is excellent for this. It gives you protein without fats or other substances that raise blood sugar levels. Plus, it has no carbs, so it won't have a glycemic impact. It's definitely worth eating chicken. Number 11 on our list is spices. I want to give a special mention to cinnamon. Cinnamon's a great option if you like food with a slightly sweet taste. I like adding a bit of cinnamon as it masks flavors and makes things taste great. Plus it's healthy, has antioxidants, and contains substances being studied for diabetes control. People debate if cinnamon's good for diabetics. So far we know it can be beneficial. There's no solid proof cinnamon definitely works. It's not a cure-all like some claim lemon water is. Lemon water isn't miraculous. Well, that's not true. Cinnamon's no miracle, but it might help. I love cinnamon for altering food flavors. It's got vitamins, nutrients, and we're still studying its impact on insulin and insulin resistance. Other spices like pepper can help too. I use lots of pepper to cut down on salt. It makes food tastier, so you don't need as much salt. It's a great strategy. We know many countries consume more than double the recommended amount of salt. Adding pepper can be a great way to reduce salt intake. Number 12 is drinks. But which drinks can help people with diabetes? I'll highlight 2 here. The first is coffee. Studies show coffee can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 33%. Note, I said reduce, not eliminate, okay? Drinking coffee doesn't mean you won't get diabetes. That's not how it works, but it can be a protective factor. So what's the right amount of coffee? It's about 3 to 4 cups of brewed coffee, 200 milliliters each. Each cup contains around 100 milligrams of caffeine. For espresso, 4 shots of 30 to 50 milliliters each has the same 100 milligrams of caffeine. Don't exceed this dose. 5+ cups or 8+ doses of espresso may increase arrhythmia risk. So we need to consider the coffee dosage carefully. The dose I mentioned initially is safe and potentially beneficial. It may help control blood sugar and protect against other diseases. The second drink I'd like to mention is green tea. Green tea is rich in antioxidants. When I say green tea, I don't mean green tea capsules. Those capsules can actually be dangerous. Studies show green tea capsules can increase the risk of liver problems. It can even cause severe hepatitis. So avoid green tea capsules. Green tea itself can be healthy, but remember it contains caffeine. Many people are surprised by this information. Usually, each cup of green tea has 20 milligrams of caffeine. So be careful with the dosage. Mixing green tea with caffeine can be risky, but it's an option if you enjoy the drink. I know it's common in some countries. It won't raise your blood sugar levels either. Which of these foods do you like most? Now, I suggest watching my video about vitamin D. Did you know coffee like green tea can be dangerous in high doses? I mentioned 5 vitamin D risks you should know. It's trendy now, but side effects are appearing. Click this video to learn more about vitamin D. Take care. See you next time.